Hi, my name is Paulino, and today we're going to talk about our final project for computational thinking. So first of all is the abstraction. Our code pretty much represents a parking lot, just as the title says, where parking has a total of 100 parking spots, but due to COVID-19, the space had to be reduced to 50 parking spots. If the COVID forum is more than 50, the code will immediately stop because it has reached its maximum capacity. But if it's less, now you can come in a different options will appear. A number will be selected for your parking tickets, and based on that, it's going to be chosen the price you will pay. And in all the code will appear a string called "Thank you for your visit."
Well, I'm Mateo and I'm going to explain the pattern recognition. Basically, all of our code is in the forever block. We didn't put anything in the on start block. Like always, we started to define the variables at the beginning. It is constituted mostly of ifs that are booleans and that help to identify different alternatives and help to compare one value to another one for our code's development. We also have a while block that also works as a boolean.
So continuing our code, we have the decomposition. So the first part is important because it establishes the different variables of the parking lot. It shows the capacity, the amount of cars, and the covered forum that we have. Then the ifs are in the code to establish the covered forum. In this, in the first if, it is clear that if the population of cars inside the parking lot is bigger than 50 cars, it will show us an X, and that will represent the inability to enter the parking lot. Then a melody will identify that it is something sad and well that you can't enter, and a string will show that and explain that the incapacity of the COVID form. Then after this, with the following if will represent the opposite, so completely positive. And after that, if the parking tickets reach zero, we have an alert to refill the dispenser. Finally, we developed a process in which the parking tickets get more expensive when the parking lot space is shorter. But to simplify it on our code, when more parking tickets are given, the more expensive it gets to pay after a certain time. So it doesn't matter how much time you spend in the parking lot, but of the occupancy. Also, we have a different prices depending on how much tickets we have, and also another icon and a creative string come after it. Finally, we added a while that helps to keep track of the COVID forum and to give the conductor the entry to the parking lot.
Okay, and last but not least, finally with the algorithm, at first the code works into recognizing and declaring the variables, then it makes a COVID form for the total number. Then if you're inside the COVID form, you can pass and get to the pay your ticket. If not, well, you will not pass. After that, depending on the tickets and the number of cars and how many spaces there are inside the building, that is what you'll need to pay. That can go from 10 pesos to 60 pesos or to 100 pesos. And this is the code. This is the code. As you can see, at first we need to set the parking lot to 100, then set the number of cars to a random number from 0 to 100. Then we show the number of cars, and then we set the COVID forum to the number of cars in order for the next steps.
Our first if shows COVID form greater than 50, greater or equal than 50. It will show an icon of an cross, a melody, and the string "you shall not pass."
After that if, we will show a COVID form if, which represents that is less if we have a COVID form less than 50, We will show an icon of a check mark, play a joyful melody, and show a string that will say it's clobbering time. After that, we'll set the parking tickets to 100, and this variable will be set to this parking ticket, reducing them by the number of cars that have been entered into the parking lot. Then after all, we show the string of a pay bill, which is the money you have to pay for your parking space.
Well, then we have another if, but this time it has a lot of else ifs because it's like pretty much the same thing. We are like defining the price for our parking lot. And for example, in one, it's like else if parking tickets greater than 41 and parking tickets less than 60, then show icon. And we set our price to 30. We show it and we show our string, sorry, not sorry. And it's like pretty much the same for all of these if.
And finally, we have a while that will inform the COVID forum. And if it is equal or minor to 50, then it will show the icon and will show the string. Thank you for your visit. And basically, this will repeat until the eternity, until the COVID forum passes the 50% of the radio.
Finally, we will show a flow chart and a diagram of our code. It is mainly the same. It's just much more explaining about it and a little bit more clear, and that's it. Thank you very much, and we were so happy to meet you.
Come you enjoy it. Have a great day.